I'll train you right to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your meme coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a dream, show you where to excel. He's got the
Hey, Mega GMs, guys. Man, Virtual's keeping us on our toes, huh? Woke up to a points update, and just before I click go live, we get hit with another update, another cool update, I think. Butler points. What the heck are Butler points? I got a hunch. Drop King GM, sir. And Biggie, good morning. And Mufasa, good morning. And Boss GMs. Dude, Boss, I don't know if you caught in our idiots group, but we've got like an old familiar face from 2 years ago that showed back up just in time for the FX hash fun that's going to kick off. I think that's today, tomorrow. Man, we got a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. Smash the like on the show. We're streaming live. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. He's back. Live on Abstract. Dude, I'm going to hit gold today. I'm excited, finally. I mean, it's months of grinding on Abstract. And by grinding, I'm just going live. I'm not really trading over there. But, hey, pretty nice, brother. Pretty nice. Yo, how many months has Abstract been live? February? March, April, May, June. Let's say 5-ish months. 5-ish months. And I've probably done $100, $200, $300 in trading and volume over there, just streaming. I'm about to hit gold probably today. I'm like 800 points from gold. Probably going to hit it today, so I'm excited for that. Why do I mention it? Because I am streaming over there. So yeah, live on Abstract and on X and on YouTube. But you know the drill. Come over to the YouTube side. Subscribe over here. Extra streams on this side. And catch up on these replays, man. The points thing, you have to stay on top of, especially the interviews that we got going on. There's a lot you got to keep up on, especially with virtual season, and it is virtual season still. It is. I don't care if it's slowing down right now, and I don't care. July is about to send. Got a couple stories I want to touch on about that. Stay on top of this stuff. It's super, super important. You can do it by following along right here, guys. Now, real quick about July. I'm with you. July is going to be really interesting, especially in the market. I mean, part of my newsletter today is talked about just what a big month we have coming. Look, the trade deals are coming. This stems from Liberation Day and the tariff wars and all this stuff, right? We've got a whole bunch of these trade deals that are going to get announced, like probably starting this week, guys. By the 9th. The 9th is that 90-day deadline. That's next Wednesday. So by the 9th, we're going to have a whole bunch of trade deals that are announced here. I got to assume the market's going to love it. I have to assume the market's going to react to it. And then, man, it's really heating up out there. Talks about rate cuts. And if we get those rate cuts along with the trade deals, man, game on. Risk on. It's go time. And I think that's coming here very, very soon. And then, of course, we have legislation. We have the Genius Act that is supposed to pass this month. We were hoping it would get passed in June. Didn't quite make it. But July, I think, is pretty much a lock. And then the Clarity Act. Two really, really big. I mean, two of the biggest pieces of crypto legislation that we've ever seen. Now, on the virtuals front, two things this morning. One, Butler points. All right, I went to check my points this morning. Not a great day for points. I'm not sure why. There's a lot of things happening in virtuals land, and clarity is what we're missing here. And look, I didn't trade yesterday, but I did yesterday go and stake all of my Daredevil tokens. Thought that would count for a little something. It didn't. Got really, really low daily active bonus. Got kind of low just daily points too. Most of them come from yapping, which I didn't tweet, I don't think, once yesterday. And even the day before, I don't think I tweeted about virtual. So I'm not understanding a lot of what's going on here. Not complaining about the yapping points. But look here. Butler points. All right, you guys, there's been all kinds of rumors that the Butler agent, which was teased on, where was he teased? Well, the Virtuals account teased him. The Virtuals account had teased an agent called the Butler that would act as like your interface with the ACP, right? So ACP, all these agents working autonomously together, but they're not. It's not just for them. We humans have a way to use the ACP as well, and it's going to be through a Butler agent. He's going to be like our user interface. If you want to use the Swarm, well, we're going to have ways for you to use the Swarm. You can also use them in the ACP. We'll see. We'll talk about later. Not today, by the way. We'll talk about what the functionality is if you use them through ACP as opposed to using them through other things we're developing, right? I think most people won't have their full product suite available through, Butler ACP, but you'll get something there. But you know what? This Butler agent disappeared from the ACP beta site. Let's take a peek there. Hey, Mark. Good morning, man. Take a look, though. Look, more agents popping up here, too. Here's the beta view of the ACP. All these clusters popping up. What's missing, though, is the Butler agent that used to be smack dab in the middle of the autonomous hedge fund. He's gone. And he didn't just get moved around, not that I've seen, and I've been looking for him. He's gone. So extra interested in seeing him pop up here on our daily points. And in fact, let's hop over to virtuals. We're going to bounce around a little bit today like we usually do. And I'm going to try to keep it to 30 minutes again. I am going to try. But Butler shows up now on your daily points. Guys, if you check your points, let me know if any of you got Butler points. I would assume no, right? I would assume nobody's getting Butler points yet. But here's like a live look at points. 0 points. So what I'm wondering is, look, people are wondering if the game token is going to be the Butler token because of a virtual tweet, right? I think they tweeted a picture of him, and then they spelled out like gentleman assistant. What did the M stand for? I don't remember the M. I don't remember the A either. Anyways, it very much looked like the game framework token might be the Butler token. Well, maybe there's no token at all. Maybe you interacting with agents earns you points, and the points you use to interact with the Butler agent. I don't know. We'll find out. You also notice this other new field, vVirtual voted agent points. I'm going to get into that in just a minute too, but this was the second update from virtuals. It was actually the first one today. A new way to use your staked virtual, a new way to vote on which tokens are going to get rewarded. Pretty damn cool, guys. There's a lot going on. We'll bounce back to that. I want to look at the market with you first. And of course, the local update. You guys heard here as well. Oh, dude. Yeah, big nerf. I have an idea why, Gravity. We'll get to that again. Just a quick moment here. Local update. Again, if you're watching the show, you already got this update, But Copilot live on the Chrome web store. You guys knew if you're watching. People who haven't been watching, don't watch, they don't know. This thing has got such a different market than most virtual agents. Most virtual agents, you hear of them where? From virtual community members, right? That's where you hear of them. You're not hearing about them anywhere else. They don't have a presence anywhere except for maybe their website. And then on X, and X, of course, is huge. But who's got a footprint on the Chrome web store and distribute that through alternative marketing? Nobody, except this guy right here. Getting ready to give a good push to this. Biggie got his highest. Okay, Biggie, you got to tell us what you did different here. What you maybe did differently. Maybe like if you can share a little what you're holding, because Gravity was getting 100K a day, mostly from Stake Swarm, drops to 3,500, and then here's the flip side. Biggie getting his biggest bag yet. Dude, super interesting. Hey, the virtual is going to give us that clarity. They are. Maybe it's not today. We'll see. And about those points, it ties right into this, guys. Virtuals announced vVirtual. Well, not vVirtual. We've had vVirtual. That is a currency, an off-chain kind of point system you earn for staking your virtuals tokens. What you're now earning, though, is VVAP, voted agent points. Gets complicated, eh? What's up, Meta? Good to see you, man. This is now on the virtuals white paper. Again, it is a new mechanic in the points, the world of points here. Stake your virtual, earn your vVirtual, which, helps you with airdrops, all that good stuff. Now earning these VVAP points. This is actually pretty cool. Guys, 10% of daily points now, 10%, it's a pretty good chunk, are going to go to the project tokens that you vote for. It's that simple. It's actually really, really cool. Here's a little breakdown of it. Here's the stake vVirtual. It's going to tell you how much you get, and your number of vVirtual is also your voting points, I guess, that you get every week. Now, okay, This is on a 7-day, like kind of rolling or rotating basis here. Meta likes it. I don't have any thoughts on it, by the way. I'll explain it more, but I don't have any thought. I don't know. Good or bad, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, you take your points, and that's your voting power. You vote on which token that for the next 7 days you want to get that 10% of Virtual's points. And it's not that all 10% goes to one token, right? It goes to that token based on the percentage of the vote it got. So right now, Iris is in front. Almost 28% of the vote is for Iris. That means like 28% of that 10% of points will go to Iris stakers for the next 7 days. Now, Axelrod's not cut out, right? It doesn't just go to who gets the most votes. No, they get 15%. Axelrod stakers get 15% of that 10% daily points. RoboStack gets 9%. And it goes on and on and on. So if you get votes, you're getting a percent. But that probably did change what Swarm stakers were getting, maybe. I still think ACP agents, the OG agents like Swarm, are still going to get bonus points. And here's Swarm all the way up to, is that accurate? Let me refresh this. So I did my voting, 72 points. It's not much, right? I saw Swarm fall as low. Yeah, okay. Swarm is number 10. Awesome. It fell to like 15. It fell to like the second page, actually, when I looked earlier. It was around 15 at the start of the morning, fell behind. Okay, so 2% as of right now, if this were locked in right now, 2% of the 10% of points are going to go to Swarm stakers. It's a pretty good chunk. It's not 28%, but this is bonus points. So it's going to be interesting. It's like a whole new game theory, right? You could imagine the community can buy up a token and then together vote up that token so it gets bonus points. So I don't know if I like this or dislike it. I have no idea yet. We have to wait and see how people, play around this. What I know for sure is the agents that have the highest vote percentage right now, those tokens are cooking, and it's only after this announcement. Here's Iris, right? So Iris in the lead. All of a sudden, people are buying Iris to stake Iris because they're assuming for the next 7 days it gets some bonus points. By the way, the next 7 days, this is a Wednesday cutoff, by the way. So tomorrow, maybe it's even tonight, depends what time zone they're using, but let's just say tonight. There's the cutoff, and then for the next 7 days, that's your, that's the bonuses you're going to get. Next Wednesday, another cutoff, and the Wednesday after another cutoff, right? It's a 7-day rotation. But look, Iris pumping because of the points thing. So I like it. It's a way for you to vote for your bags. Axelrod actually didn't, because Axelrod was already kind of high. And look, we used Copilot and looked at Axelrod this weekend. There's funny transactions. And I want to be super clear. It's not the team, right? Like whatever it is, maybe it's just automated trading. I don't know. It's weird though. Like thousands of new wallets that are buying like 10 cents worth of Axelrod, and it's just weird. I don't know if it's bad or like not legit, but just weird. But anyway, RoboStack was in the top 3, also pumping on that news. So you just add more like game mechanics to the whole Virtuals ecosystem. There's tons of it already. Now we have even more. And the only problem I can see at all is it's just not super clear still. Maybe this is the most clear we've had though. Maybe like out of all the different ways you can earn points, maybe this is the most clear way that we've seen yet. I actually think it is. So I'll say this, like initially I like it. I have no reason to dislike it. But we'll see if people game that system, right? And I'm expecting them to. What's good, Carbon? You didn't change anything you're doing. No Genesis participation, no trading, just staked a Vader airdrop yesterday. Interesting. It's got to be Biggie. It's thousands, and it's just like cents. It's like under 50 cents. Tons and tons of transactions. It is, but Dropking not at the rate, at least what I looked at, not at the rate it was happening on Axelrod, but also Axelrod's one of the top tokens. It probably is going to like attract that kind of thing. In fact, when we look at the market, it gets so much volume, so it would make sense people would go and, go after that token too. Anyway, do you guys like it? Do you like the new point system? Until we see it play out. Let's see. Oh, by the way, when you vote, you can split it across tokens. You can actually take back your vote and re-vote. This is not an on-chain transaction, so you're not paying gas. And so until the cutoff time, you can change your vote. So you can go vote for your bags. You can vote all Iris, and then last minute decide, well, you know what? I got tons of Swarm staked. Let me put it there, or oh, shit, I might as well just split it. Right? You got tons of time to decide. Now today you don't. You got to probably have it in by tonight. But check out the light paper or the white paper, and read up on how that's working. Again, the more virtual you stake, the more voting power you have. On top of airdrops, and there's all kinds of perks for staking virtual. It's probably the best play here. What's up, Miner? Don't dislike it either. Wonder if the vote results will be the same week over week. Won't people vote for what they hold each week? Yeah, I think it's look. Is this good for old tokens or new ones? Do you think people are going to go take Genesis launches? Like is EVA that's launching what, tomorrow or Thursday? Is that going to be number one next week because so many people got in? Like Iris is number one because it's one of the hottest recent launches. It's bag biased. You're going to vote for what you've got the most tokens, right? So I don't know. It's aligning points with the community maybe a little closer. I don't see it being bad. I'm just waiting to see somebody manipulate it. And that somebody, by the way, it's probably like some of the shadier things that are already going on. You know what I mean? Like it's probably that. We'll see if this exposes some stuff out there. We'll see. Anyway, like initially, I like it, and we'll watch and see how it plays out. As of right now, again, just kind of leave it as it's bag biased. You're going to vote for your bags, and you know what we need to do? Look at the tokens with the most unique holders. Something like that, most unique holders, and see if those are always the top placers, or most like amount per user, something like that. There's a metric we could probably look at. So we'll see. Anyway, big updates though. Big updates. Quick look at the crypto market again. I do want to make sure we check this daily, given that, I think virtuals, I don't want to say lives and dies by this, but everything in crypto kind of does, especially Bitcoin. So quick look at the crypto market here. Bitcoin over 106K. I like it. ETH 2,400. Ripple 220. Solana 148. Not a lot of green today. Again, I think this changes kind of quickly. I do. I think still thinking we may have a play or an attempt at all-time high this week. Miner, I don't think you get anything for holding. I think you get for buying, like a Genesis launch. I think you also get for like making a trade, but after the trade, just from holding. So like not the initial 24 hours when you make the trade, but the day after, if you're just holding, I don't think you get anything. Only stake there. But I think you get points if you do a Genesis launch. And then again, if you're actively trading, you get some points for that. Well, let's run over to this real quick. All right. Virtual's governance portal tweet. Interesting. All right, let's see what we can get out of that. Virtual's protocol governance portal is live. Virtuals was never just a protocol. It's a vision of self-governing AI agents. And today, that future begins to take shape. They got a lot cooking, by the way, guys. Like, ACP feels like really close. They got a lot. And they also, Ethermage tweeted he thinks DAO should be run by agents, and I totally agree. I wonder if they're cooking there. Anyway, strategic direction, ecosystem support, and upgrades no longer set by a core team. With on-chain governance now live, virtual holders shape the path forward. Control becomes collective, the future permissionless. Any wallet holding at least 0.1% of total virtual can create a proposal. Oh, dude, okay, so they were dropping hints. They're dropping hints for sure. Once submitted, the proposal enters a 72-hour discussion when this is great. Oh, this is great. You don't have to have a lot of virtual. I wonder what that number is, by the way. 0.1% of total, you can create a proposal. Once submitted, 72-hour window for open review and comments. No voting during that time. After that window, though, protocol takes a snapshot of all virtual balances. This block permanently locks each wallet's voting power for the proposal. Voting open for 72 hours. Versions cast for or against. When the vote ends, the results counts only if at least 25% of total virtual holders, probably not the perfect way to say it, but participated. If quorum is met, A majority 50% plus one determines the outcome. Oh, I like it. Look, we get to test yet again if like DAOs or like decentralized like management works or not. I know some people who swear it's the way forward, and I know people, I'm probably in this camp, who have seen studies that say it doesn't work. Like it's not efficient. You cannot get it to work. I think it doesn't work because old systems didn't allow it to work. I think blockchain kind of does. And social media kind of does put them together. But we'll see. Historically it doesn't work. You need like a strong, single voice. Capital incentive is no longer managed by a single team. They're governed by the network. I don't know. Just going to be, how much do I just do off the top of my head and how I'm just feeling about a thing? Sometimes I feel like when somebody, this is not a comment on virtuals, this is a comment on what I see out in crypto. When I see a team who's like made it, right? They've done their thing and they've made it and they built the thing. And when they're running out of ideas, again, I'm not saying them because they clearly haven't, but sometimes I see teams like turn it over to a community when they're ready to step back. And it's like kind of a way to wash your hands and be like, all right, we did our thing. Now let's now we'll give it to everybody else. We'll say this is how it continues in the hands of the community. It's not what they're doing here, but I've seen that before, right? For sure. And that said, I like this a lot because I do want to believe that like this is the new way you can govern things. What else we got here? Oh, we have some proposals live. What do we have? Okay. Establish an ecosystem growth foundation, sniper defense and yield fund, performance-based ecosystem grant to Virgin Labs. Let's peek at this. Dude, this is totally wasn't expecting to get into anything like this today, but it's awesome. Establish the Virtuals Foundation. Okay. A nonprofit legal entity. The foundation ensures DAO participants are shielded from liability, treasury assets are safeguarded from misuse, operations aligned with industry best practices. Wow. I mean, things are getting serious, right? Sniper Defense and Yield Fund proposal seeks to allocate 1% of the total virtual supply to establish a Sniper Defense and Yield Fund. Interesting. Reimburse past defense operations, enable defenses for 150 plus agent launches over the next year, which is what, guys? I think the defense is like when Virtuals buys the supply at launch. Okay, so this is doing what they've already done, right? Dude, you're right. It's kind of like why like a show like this exists. It's just to curate the info and we talk through it together, right? So the sniper defense is what they've already been doing, but it's a way to like fund it. So sniper defense is when there's a hot launch. You know those tokens where Virtuals airdrops a bunch of token to like virtual stakers? That's sniper defense. Token launches and then Virtuals like right out of the gate buys what? Like $100,000-$200,000 worth of the token before the snipers get in. So Virtuals is pumping up the price, and it's supposed to like, dissuade snipers from buying up because it's already pumped. So that's, again, it's what they're already doing. The model's already protected 20 agent launches, generating over 5 million USD in tokens. It works. Like, to a degree, it works. It didn't work on, shit. Iris still cooked. Iris pumped to what, 100? Did it get to, it was like 150 plus FTV. It I don't know if it worked. I don't know if it worked, actually. And we saw with Solace too. 60 mil. And what's it down to, like 3, 4, 5? I don't know if that works. To be totally honest, I'm not sure if it works. It's better than nothing. So, and was there a third? Let's peek at the site. Proposals. Delay payouts to V virtual stakers. I don't think you know what? This is probably, depending on how many proposals we get, this is probably gonna be a whole separate stream, like a once a week thing to like review these. Probably. So we got the grants for Virgin Labs, the Sniper Defense Ecosystem Growth Fund. Yeah, let me see what that one is. And who submitted that? A part of protocol fees and other generated fees should go to us stakers to incentivize holding longer. Okay, that sounds like it's a user-generated proposal. Somebody wants to share on fees. They already share fees. They share it with the project. I don't know about this one. They share it with the project, and then we share in it through. Do we share in it? Not really. I don't think we need that. I think they got enough staker rewards here. Not that I complain if it passes, but no, I think Virtuals is pretty generous with their fees. Anyway, let's 72 hours these will go live, and we'll definitely do a review. Let's say Friday. Let's do a real review on this, and maybe we start our voting live. I believe it's Friday that these all go up for a vote. Dude, I like the updates here. I do like them. Anyway, big updates today. All right, let's move along and take a look at the market here. The AI market. 9.2 bill, down almost 3% in the past 24 hours. So kind of moving right in line with the rest of crypto here. Top agents by market cap, it's Fartcoin on top, Ket, Turbo, Toshi, and Fei. On the infrastructure side, FET, Virtual, IoTX, AI16. I can't believe AI16Z. Two things. I can't believe it's 154 mil. And at the same time, I can't believe they're still 154 mil when I don't even know what they're doing these days. They're not part of the conversation out there. And then our REI. And then in DeFi, we've got Cortex, Venice, Hey Anon, Olos, and Griffane. Again, this hasn't been shaken up yet, and I still think it will be. DeFi especially, right? And then by Mindshare, it's Cookie on top, Open Ledger, Virtual, Fartcoin, and then Banker. And here's Fader at the 6th spot. Anybody else creeping up? Looks cool. Let's refresh. Using Whale Intel now, by the way. But let's refresh that. Take a look at points. So points in circulation up to almost 4.5 billion. So points are definitely creeping back up. Definitely creeping back up. I mean, we're at an all-time high here. And I mean, I'm still falling behind. I know some of you guys too. So let's see if the new changes actually help here. We'll see. Your top gainers in the past 24 hours, Robot, right? Because of the voting, because of the point bonus. Robot on top, Iris, Nancy, AI Dog, and Whack. And your top losers, Crow, Ethy, PTAI, Dare, and BIOS. Top tokens by volume here. I don't know why, but I like that metric a lot. Just like to see who people are paying attention to. It's Rabbit on top, AI Dog, Game, Mamo, Axelrod. If there's no token, I'm really curious to see this. If there's no token for the Butler agent, does Game come crashing? Right? And we'll look at FDV here. Right, a lot of the hype on Game right now, yes, because it's Virtual's agent framework, but a lot of people think the Butler token is going to be Game. If it's not, if there's no token, then we'll see that reflected right there in price. So we'll watch that. Okay, live right now. Wow. Okay, Sensei, DARC, Barvis, and BM Finance. Look, Barvis was on the Big Will and Goon show this morning. Wasn't great. It wasn't a great appearance for a couple of reasons. And one of them, I'll always give them, like, it's not I don't penalize them for it. Okay, first reason, technical issues. I don't know. I don't hold that against anybody. At the same time, you need to look and sound good when you do these shows. If you're trying to make money, if you want people to use your thing, you just have to. Whatever you can do to get your shit working, you need to be doing. I do kind of penalize somebody for that a little bit. I don't penalize you if you're not a great speaker and if you're just not, like spaces and shows make you uncomfortable. That I get. I can't penalize people for that. But like, dude, it was a combination of the two. The mic and audio was atrocious, not on Will's part, but on the Barvis dev. And so between things cutting in and out and echo, and then the guy just not being great at that kind of thing anyways, couldn't get a good feel for what they're doing and if it mattered and why and doesn't need a token. TLDR it's kind of like a Hey Anon. It's a through natural language, you can move money around and swap tokens, stuff like that, which is awesome. I like it. But because of the communication issues, when he was asked things like, why would I need this? What does this do that, other agents don't do? Why do you need a token? There was no answers, or, again, audio. It was not good. Didn't sell me. I left that space is thinking this isn't going to complete. Probably wrong. Like 3.5 hours in at 74%, it's going to complete. I just don't have a ton of confidence in it. On the flip side, I still like BM Finance. Open for 30 minutes at 33%. This will complete too. Bullish on it because it's you basically putting your crypto to work and being able to make some like TradFi type investments, which is going to matter more and more. That is going to become the meta of this cycle, by the way. If you guys saw the Robinhood news, I assume, right? SpaceX and Robinhood. Private stocks are to be trading on Robinhood as tokens, right? They're tokenized. I think that's going to matter a lot. So collateralizing your crypto and trading other types of assets, I think it's going to turn into a really big deal. So I like BM Finance. It's got a team already that I think is legit. They've got the support of the virtuals, the VPN, the virtual partner network. This one I like, and look, if this doesn't get heavily oversubscribed, I'm probably getting in. So I like that one a lot. That's what's on the board now, coming up still, and we do have some good ones here. Eva, who, by the way, gotta mention this too. So we got Star-Lordy coming on the show. I'm going to try to get him on. I would like him on when it goes live, although tomorrow would be cool too. But look, they were supposed to be on the Big Wheel show this morning, and they didn't show up. They did a straight up no show. There was no notice that they couldn't make it, no nothing. They just didn't show up. So I don't know. It happens. People are busy. People got lives, and they're in the middle, they're gearing up for a big old launch. So accidents happen. I get it. Again, not a great look though. So hoping that it comes together and Star-Lordy comes on the show again. I was aiming for right during go live time, but because there's really no other shows for them to go on before the launch, I maybe just tomorrow makes sense. So stay tuned for that. We'll lock that in. We'll get an announcement out there. But that is probably the biggest launch coming this week. It's still Eva from Oniforce ecosystem, Marvel comic creator dude. It's kind of a stacked team. It's going to do well. We talked about this yesterday too. Spread. Like this a lot. Prediction market, big time founder. This will do well, also. There is only one. Okay. I don't think I'm going to review everything again, right? But I do have to add one to the list this week. I had 5 agents launching this week that I thought were all going to complete and all do decent. Add Go Hacker to the mix. Didn't cover that one yesterday, but add Go Hacker to the mix. Maybe they weren't on the board yesterday. I actually don't remember, but is it going to do well? I don't know. Is it going to complete? Yeah, definitely. Guys, this is another one of those virtuals hackathon top 10 finishers. We've been waiting for the rest of those guys to show up, right? Yeah, here we go. Here's one. I don't know if these security tools are really going to make it yet until ACP scales, and until I don't know. I wonder if it's going to take something getting compromised and people to feel the threat to really value something like that. Maybe it'll complete because of the hackathon. Beyond that, I'm not sure. But they also want a B&B AI hackathon contest too. So top 10 in the virtuals hackathon, B&B AI hacker winner. Pretty cool. So that's got to go on your board as well. 3 days off. There's a bunch coming that we're probably putting points to. So Eva in 2 days, Spread in 3 days, Go Hacker in 3 days. Well, 4 days. And then look, we still have I think 2 others after that. Lily, Zaya, and then VPay if it ever comes out. This one just keeps getting pushed back. 2 weeks off at this point. But yeah, in the immediate future, it's those few, and then these 2 right here, these NSFW agents. We got some good stuff coming. And points are getting harder and harder to come by. It kind of feels like that. Anyway, Go Hacker. Add it to the list. I think it's another. Okay, check it out. This is the Virtuals Hackathon, top 10 board. We still haven't seen the intern yet, so be aware that the intern could pop up at any point. And the intern Look, here's your signal for the intern. If you see the intern on the board, that means that the ACP autonomous, like what media house, whatever, is getting ready to go live, right? When ACP goes live, it's the hedge fund like Swarm, Axelrod, AIXBT, like that crew, Mamo, Whack XBT, right? That crew. Media House isn't going live right away, I don't believe. When it does, expect the intern shows up on virtuals first. So be ready for that. Or if they announce that cluster going live, then just know the intern's coming shortly after. Just know that they're coming around each other. So signal we're watching for. Intern will do very well. Make sure you got in your mind that, points need to be saved for that too. What else here have we not seen yet? Tweet bounty's probably never coming, right? So we can cross that off the board. Go Hackers here now. Quant 72, part of the hedge fund trading DAO's not in there at the beginning. Is he coming at all? I'm not sure. So look, if Quant 72 is not coming, Intern's the only other one coming at this point. So we're running out of hackathon finishers. Again, all of them have completed. All of them have done okay to like well. We'll see. We'll see. All right, some updates here from projects in virtuals. Actually, a couple updates from outside too. Legend. They have their first vote for token holders here. Remember, you hold the token. You're like kind of owner. You're helping the governance of this soccer team. And so if you are a token holder, actually a lot of you probably are. Get in here. How is this going to work? Actually, let's see. What are they voting for? We know they're doing a song, right? They teamed up with Music by Virtuals to create an anthem. What's the vote for? First vote will focus on our home pitch. Club management is scouted. Oh. Are they trying to pick a location? I think they're picking a location for the soccer team. Yeah, it is. In this vote, you'll be asked to rank the 3 stadium options. So they're picking home field. Again, that's kind of cool. I don't hate that. Actually, I like it. I like it a lot. So if you're a Legend holder, there's your first vote. It's a big one. I dig it. I do dig it. Symphony's got some updates here. Symphony's like a competitor to Hey Anon. I like this one a lot too. I really do. Multi-thread intent analysis. Cool. These kind of updates you're going to get just smarter tools. You know what I mean? Smarter tools, better signals, stuff like that. Enhanced conversational context, improved asset detection, advanced site analytics. Very good. Oh, they added stop loss and take profit orders. Oh, in testing phase, that's coming too. These products are the future of DeFi. They are. These products are going to replace your wallet. In fact, what it is your wallet's going to integrate these things. Watch for somebody like MetaMask to like buy a product like this. You know what I mean? Like acquire one and bake this into the UI. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Tether is working on that. They've got an AI powered wallet coming. It's big. Neurobro's got some updates, interactive charts, wallet free exploration mode. Pretty cool. Security, more security tools. This one is coming to virtuals at some point, but ring fence. This one's interesting too. This is like swarm protection. So we've seen like insurance. We've seen like the security, like technical agents out there too. This is a little more comprehensive. This is more like infrastructure. So not a single agent, even though I think they have an agent that's launching. But this is infrastructure to help protect an ACP from like a rogue agent who, in theory, throws a whole cluster off with some like malicious tweets, maybe requests. Keep your eyes on that one. That one actually looks okay to me. It sounds useful. It's kind of just that. It sounds useful. When that comes to virtuals, the actual launch, something we'll definitely be doing a deep dive on. So that's Ring Fence. They got a cool logo. I don't know why I like it. Microsoft dropped MAI Diagnostic Orchestrator. This is so fascinating to me. Like, it's because I have kids and my son's 18. He wants to get into this field, right? And so he's done some cool stuff like this summer, went and shadowed a doctor, did some procedures, like, right? And I hate to crush his dreams and my daughter's dreams and tell him, hey, you can't be a lawyer. AI is going to replace you. And you can't be a doctor because robot AIs will be doing it, which is true in like 30 years. But here's a new like medical AI that is outperforming doctors. So they give a demonstration here. I'm going to drop a link because it's really freaking cool. It's really cool. So these things can pass tests. They can outperform humans on tests, but like actual, like on multiple choice tests, kind of things like that, right? But actual like diagnosing patients. Here all the time, people take pictures and send it to ChatGPT and it nails it. Things are getting really good at that. And here's this like super intelligent, medical thing that is actually diagnosing better than doctors. It's awesome. This is not one of the things that replaces. It's hand in hand. It makes medicine and that field just better. So really excited for that. I think that's so cool. Definitely worth checking out. And then final story, guys. I think this is great too. It's a follow up on our one of our headlines yesterday that Meta is poaching talent from OpenAI. We got a list of the kind of talent they've gotten. It's big names. If you're like pretty dialed into AI, it's big names. They announced their chief AI officer. Again, this is directing or building their super intelligence. It's wild. They got some big names. They have like a powerhouse at Meta here. And so here's the list, and it's like where they come from and like what they've worked on. Again, big names at OpenAI is the majority of them. Also some from Google. It's pretty darn cool. So Stack Team Meta, telling you, man, I don't think any of us are using the Meta AI right now. I bet you we will be. I bet you it's going to be really good. What's up, Cats? Dude, Cats, big day, huh? Like a lot going on in the virtuals land. A lot going on. Points, staking, governance, DAO stuff, man. Virtuals keeps cooking. ACP then next, we think. ACP soon. I'm very curious with Butler. That's the thing I'm watching. It's Butler. Oh, dude, funny. Yeah, I mean, Cats, you've seen it already, right? It's Butler speculation. We get Butler points now, it looks like. We've got a governance system for virtuals. I do like it. We'll probably on Friday have a good session. Actually, guys, I have an idea. Okay, we'll end on this, but I need your feedback in the chat. Everybody who's here and listening, because like the reason I need your feedback is this takes the show a little more interactive, and it is something I want to do. What do you think about once a week? We do a spaces. We won't do a video show. It'll be on top of a video show, but separately, a spaces where we discuss the virtuals proposals, right? So maybe it's a Friday thing. I think that's probably a good day for it. So Friday, we have our first batch of proposals going live for a vote. What if Friday we have a spaces and we discuss and debate the virtuals proposals? And that gives us all weekend to vote too, right? It gives us time to like kind of sit and chew on these things. We can also talk voting. We can also talk. Yeah, I think we need a Friday spaces in here. Butler points could come from ACP token staked. I think that's a really good thought. Speculation now is there no is there no Butler token? Is it purely fueled by points? Or is there going to be a token that's distributed based on points? We'll have to see. One in the chat, if you would like to do a spaces where it's us all talking together about virtuals proposals. Two, if you don't care and you're good with it, just, quick breakdowns here. But if you're like itching to talk about this stuff, then spaces. Yeah, I think I'm going to vote one. I do think we need a spaces. And I'm thinking it's a Friday thing. And then it's picking time zone, what works for people here. It could replace this morning show. It could be that it's in the morning and we do a conversation. Maybe it's a Friday evening thing. Again, it'll be different, but and look, if not a lot of people vote, totally fine. I got a feel for this one, and I think people do want to talk about proposals. So what'd be cool too is if I get like guys from our team on and get people from other teams to come on and discuss it too. Like let's get a regular proposal, discussion show going. So I'm good with even just 2 votes there. I'm good with that. I think it's got to be a spaces here. So now it's about when. I think I would kick it off this Friday, and then we'll figure out from there if we want to switch it up. But I think that's the way to go. No, what's the story with Robo? So I saw, especially on the show this morning, the Big Will show, people are questioning why that one pumped so much, and they assumed it's just because it was announced as, Well, they assumed because it was getting these votes that it was pumping. No, what's the manipulation going on? And who's got a breakdown of it yet? Do you have one, Cats? Let's see if it's out on the timeline. Assume some fuckery with it, but let's see. Did somebody buy up that token? Okay, did some whales buy up that token just so they could stake it and get points to then vote for it to get more points? Something like that. Because like everybody's seeing it. Everybody's talking about that it's like, in third place for votes, but I don't know if anybody's thought manipulation really yet. So we'll see. Do you got a TLDR? Is there more to it, Cats, or is it just like what I'm saying? Okay, I got you. Yeah. So it's just that. It's just like it's a weird token to be pumping. But it's pumping because, well, it's leading in vote. It's like what came first, chicken or egg? Is it pumping because it got so many votes? I would assume so. Yeah, 2 extra. But so did Iris. Iris also pumped after this. The only one that did in the top 3 is Axelrod. Axelrod actually went down. But Iris pumped, Robo or Robot, whatever, pumped. So yeah, it's funny, but both of them. Axelrod did not. There's Axelrod actually down since the announcement. How wild is that? So yeah, weird. It's weird. We'll see how this all plays out again, and people just going to vote for their bag. So we shall see. And makes sense. Vote for your bags. It does. You have, again, I don't remember the time zone for the cutoff. It's a Wednesday to Wednesday thing, but the cutoff this might be like, Singapore time. So it might cut off like this evening for us. So just be aware of that. Get your votes in. Tentatively think schedule, Friday. Cats, let me ask you, because you're so active with this stuff. If we do a spaces, assume we're going to do a spaces, what's better for you, this time or like later in the afternoon? What would be good for a spaces for us to talk through proposals? Anybody else too who wants to join in those, like throw out some times for me just so I get an idea. Maybe I'll do a vote too, but we definitely need to do it. Friday this time. Okay, so maybe Friday instead of a video show, it's a spaces, or it's both at the same time. It's this show. You know how I've done it maybe once before here where it's a spaces as well. Maybe it's just that, and I just make sure that Fridays I've got the spaces set up with it. Yeah, I'll do that because it's probably helpful to put the proposal up on the screen for people watching, right? People watching can see it. And then we're talking on spaces. So yeah, let's just plan Friday's going to be interactive. We'll have a spaces with the show. And it could go long too, right? Right now I'm trying to stick to 30 minutes, not doing well. Friday especially, there's no way they can be 30 minutes. So all right, let's plan for that. Friday, come prepared. Go through the proposals. They'll be live at that point for voting. So we'll discuss them. And let's see how that goes. Oh, not this Friday. All right, we'll kick it off this Friday anyways. We'll see what kind of participation we get. But yeah, let's do Fridays going forward. We'll tweak it as we go, but I like it. There we go. There's your update today. Stay tuned for guest announcements coming up this week. Got some great ones. I'm not going to spill the beans quite yet. Great ones coming up. So stay tuned for that. Smash the like on the show before we get out of here. And of course, make sure you come to CryptoSlam on YouTube and subscribe over here, guys. It's good stuff coming. I can't wait. All right, big day tomorrow on virtuals for a few reasons. People will find out soon enough, I'm sure. Enjoy your day, fam. Newsletter dropping this afternoon. Enjoy your day, though, fam. Goodbye. We'll see you.